This place has 4 buildings. You'd think that one of them would be quiet. I'm beginning to think that kids only come to school to have fun. An abandoned civics room. Well, I guess this is the only place I'll be able to study in peace and quiet.
Welcome.
When I opened the door, I found the President's Club. Starting today, you are an expert on the executive branch of the Constitution. Welcome to the President Club, Mr. Honor Student. Since you stumbled across us, we'll waste no time in explaining to you exactly what the Constitution says about us presidents. Only those who are natural-born citizens with at least 14 years of residence and of at least 35 years of age are lucky enough to spend 4 years in the White House according to Article 2, Section 1 of the Constitution. Of course, the term natural-born citizen refers to people born within the jurisdiction of a national government, in America's case meaning here, here, and here, and other U.S. territories. This section of the Constitution also informs us of the way the President is elected into office, which is an electoral vote, not a direct vote. It also makes the President the chief executive and sets the length of his presidency to 4 years. If the President is unable to finish the term, the Vice President is the first to take over his position, just like Andrew Johnson did for me.
Article 2, Section 2. This part of the Constitution assigns the President to be Commander-in-Chief, as well as to assign political positions. Found in Article 2, Section 1, Clause 8, is the oath the President must take. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of the President of the United States of America, and will do to the best of my ability to preserve and protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. Was that good, Clinton Chun?
The 12th Amendment creates rules and requirements for electing VP. Before, the candidate with the second highest amount of votes would become vice president, but when they realized that that could potentially mean having candidates from different parties, the 12th Amendment was added so that something like, say, Mitt Romney and Barack Obama ruling together would never happen. The 25th Amendment states that the VP shall become president if the current president is removed from office, resigns, or even dies. He would also become the president if the current one is unable to perform his presidential duties. This, however, is only the case if 2/3 of both the houses decide on it. The president can sign any law or legislation passed by Congress, but he can also veto one. Of course, a veto can be overturned by a 2/3 majority vote in both houses, Article 1, Section 7. If the president does not act on a bill within 10 days, it automatically becomes a law. However, the final 10 days of legislative term, if the president takes no action, the bill can die, and this is known as a pocket veto. The president also appoints the Supreme Court justices, but they must be approved by the Senate. He also appoints people to run different executive agencies. In short, he is the head executive branch of government. The Constitution is considered to be a living document, and the Founding Fathers believed its interpretations would change over time as necessary. I do hope you've learned something, Mr. Honor Student. We're glad to have you here.
No, don't! We were so close. No.